Mike Shoesmith, my guest this afternoon. Mike, I'm glad you're with us. Listen, I was just thinking a moment ago, I want to brought you back on. I want to ask you some important things going on in the news, but I also want you to give the folks an update about this. I understand you've brought on Brandon Big B. You stole him from my show. Now you guys are putting together a prophecy show that you guys are featuring on P.P. Simmons News and Ministry Network once a week. Tell folks about that.
Yes, Brandon and I, I so appreciated your first guest, Nathan Jones. He really did hit the nail on the head with respect to understanding the times that we're in. And Brandon and I have launched a brand new show, the Prophecy Report. We launched that last week. We're going to put one up every week for now. And essentially, Brandon and I are going to be talking with microphones in front of us. They're recording our conversation where we discuss what's happening in the daily headlines and compare that with what the Bible says will happen, as Nathan said, at the time of the end.
Right.
And so that is the Prophecy Report. Look for that on the P.P. Simmons YouTube channel for now. And, of course, it'll be up on Facebook, Twitter, the blog, everywhere.
Good. And, folks, let me just tell you, if you're new to the P.P. Simmons Ministry, News and Ministry Network, it's a conglomeration of using what Nathan Jones was talking about. I mean, it's Twitter, it's Facebook, it's YouTube, it's a Blogspot syndicated. This show is a part of it. CarlGallups.com is a part of it. But if you want to go to a one resource page, just one page that's got all the resources and links and search boxes, it's really cool. Just go to www.ppsimmons.com, and then from there you can connect to everything. It's a network, you see. It's not just, it's not like a Drudge, site where there's little news articles. No, it's blogs and it's tweets and it's YouTube videos and it's Facebook postings and it's this radio program and all of that stuff. So go to www.ppsimmons.com. All right. Hey, Mike, listen. So a world-famous atheist gets in trouble this week because he made a real intolerant statement against Islam and was going berserk about how many people Islam's killing, but you've got a little different take on that.
Yeah, Sam Harris. Sam Harris is widely known as one of the members of the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse group. Is what four atheists, renowned atheists, have decided to call their little group there. It was Sam Harris, Daniel Dennett, Christopher Hitchens, and Richard Dawkins. Christopher Hitchens fell off his high horse last year and died. So now we're down to three of the four horsemen here. Sam Harris was on Bill Maher's show recently with Ben Affleck, and Maher and Harris ganged up on Affleck. Affleck defending Islam, Maher and Harris coming out swinging against the whole ideology of Islam and what it stands for. And Harris was quickly attacked online for being an intolerant goon. And, a lot of people are coming to Sam Harris's defense, including Robert Spencer, by the way. But, Sam Harris, he has a lot to answer for with respect to his own personal belief. He needs to lock himself in a cabin and examine why he insists on living in this existential snow globe called atheism.
Thank you. Explain that to the audience.
Well, atheism is a logical fallacy. It's the converse fallacy of action. It says that just because I've never experienced something, that something must not exist. Right. And in fact, the anecdotal evidence for God alone is people can tell you by the billions that they have a personal relationship with God. Forget about membership in one group or another. Right. There are many people who have personal relationships with the spirit realm, as it were. Right or wrong, the spirit realm is interacting with people. Right. But people especially the militant atheists who say, I've never experienced the spiritual world that I know of, therefore the spirit world does not exist. Right. That's what I call an existential bubble or snow globe. Right. And sometimes you got to go in and shake the snow globe up a little bit. But one of the things that Sam Harris's philosophy has to answer for is the militant atheism of, say, people like Stalin.
Yeah,
if you compare what the Muslims are doing, compare that with militant atheists. Joseph Stalin set up atheist indoctrination camps, forced everyone to convert to atheism or die, and tens of millions of people died because they refused to convert to atheism. Right. It was a turn or burn. Political atheism has been a turn or burn philosophy for hundreds of years, and tens of millions tens upon tens of millions of people have been slaughtered at the hands of militant atheists who have decided to wipe out all vestige of spiritual faith and have had to kill everyone who tries to escape it.
Right.
And, Sam Harris needs to take a step back, lock himself up somewhere and go, wait a minute. Why am I criticizing Islam when my personal faith structure, that of atheism, is guilty of equal or worse atrocities? I mean, if Islam wants to catch up with atheism, it has a lot more killing to do.
Right. No, absolutely. And the facts, the statistics bear that out. I mean, you could get into the history books, into the encyclopedias, and the information is there. What you've said is absolutely right. So he's going off on Islam. And in the meantime, as you said, his religion, his faith, is responsible for hundreds of times more deaths than even Islam.
Well, this is true, and even the science. We talk about science, and that the Bible is pro-science. Even science shows an inverse relationship between atheism and autism. I mean, these people are at the very least suffering from Asperger's disease, and need to ask themselves, why do I have such a struggle with accepting the evidence that people have for a personal relationship with God? And why do I have such a struggle embracing such a relationship? And even the scientist, Plus One, has an article out saying there is a compelling reason to believe that atheists, even the militant atheists, have autism. And I think that people need to wake up to that.
Yeah.